3 years ago, I had exactly one way to make money: my paycheck. And if you're anything like I was, that probably scares you a little because it should. One email from HR, one bad quarter, one restructuring, and your entire financial life goes with it. Today, I'm going to break down the 9 income streams I've built since leaving my corporate finance job, including the exact numbers, the one that's currently losing me money, and the one nobody talks about that's actually paid me the most per hour I've ever earned. Stick around till the end because number 7 is the one I get asked about more than any other. And I've never explained it publicly until now. Let's get into it. Quick background: I spent years working in corporate finance, spreadsheets, forecasts, quarterly reviews, the whole thing. I was good at it, I was well paid, and I still felt like I was one decision away from losing control of my own life. That's not a dig at having a job. A lot of these income streams literally would not exist without the skills I built there. But I stopped believing that a single paycheck was ever going to be enough. And I started building on the side in whatever hours I had left after work. Here's the 2 problems with relying on one income source. 1, you're capped. There's a ceiling on your salary no matter how good you are. And 2, you're fragile. One source means one point of failure. So let's talk about how I fixed both of those, stream by stream. YouTube ad revenue. The first stream is ad revenue from this channel. Once you hit the YouTube Partner Program threshold, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, ads start running on your videos and you get a cut. 2 numbers actually matter here: CPM, what advertisers pay per 1,000 views, and RPM, what you actually take home after YouTube's cut. My CPMs range from about $9 to $28 depending on the topic, and finance content tends to sit at the higher end because advertisers pay more to reach people thinking about money. On my best performing video this year, 100,000 views turned into just under $1,400. On my weakest, the same view count made about $400. Same channel, same audience. More than triple the difference, just based on topic and advertiser demand. Dividend investing. Stream 2 is dividends. And this is the one that runs completely in the background. When you own shares in certain companies, they pay you a portion of their profits on a regular schedule, just for holding the stock. I don't chase individual dividend stocks. I'd rather hold a diversified fund of dividend-paying companies, because if one company cuts its payout, it barely moves the needle. It's slower, it's boring, and that's exactly the point. So I'm not trying to get rich from this one. I'm trying to build something that pays me whether I show up or not. Membership community. Stream 3 is my paid community, and I want to be fully honest with you. Right now, it's not profitable. I launched it a few months ago, and between the platform costs, a part-time community manager, and bringing in outside experts for live sessions, my expenses are currently higher than my revenue. Here's why I'm doing it anyway. Last year, I paid for a single consultation with a tax strategist, and that one conversation saved me more than the entire cost of the call, many times over. That's the kind of access I want a lot of people to have, at a price that isn't just for people who can casually drop hundreds of dollars on one phone call. So, for now, I'm subsidizing it while I prove the model works. Once it's covering its own costs, I'll open it up more broadly. I'll give you a real update on the numbers in a future video, good or bad. Sponsorships. Stream 4 is brand sponsorships. I get pitched by companies constantly. Most weeks, it's somewhere between 5 and 10 requests. I turn down almost all of them. The reason is simple. Trust takes years to build and about 10 seconds to destroy. If I wouldn't recommend it to a friend without being paid, I'm not recommending it to you for money. Sponsor segment placeholder. Insert your actual sponsor. Read here. Freelance / consulting work stream 5 is the most active income on this list. Freelance financial consulting. I still take on a small number of clients, partly for the income, partly to keep my skills sharp and my professional license active. This one doesn't scale. I can't earn more without working more hours unless I hire other people and build an actual firm, which isn't the direction I want to go right now. I'm including it because not every income stream needs to be passive to be worth keeping. Sometimes the value isn't just the money, it's what staying sharp in your field opens up late stream 6 is real estate. And this is one of the oldest streams I have. There's a common myth that you need huge capital to start. You don't. If you don't have the money for a down payment, REITs let you invest in real estate through the stock market with a fraction of the cost. On the physical property side, I've actually shifted my focus from residential to commercial. Commercial tenants tend to sign longer leases, which means fewer vacancies and less turnover stress. And depending on where you're located, the tax treatment can be more favorable too. It's not the flashy answer, but steady and boring has made me more money than exciting ever has. Stream 7. And this is the one I promised you at the top. Paid speaking. This is genuinely one of the highest value per hour things I do, and almost nobody talks about how to actually get started. I didn't begin by getting booked for big conferences. I started speaking for free at small local events, purely to build a track record. Every event led to another connection, another referral, another slightly bigger stage. Eventually, that turned into paid keynotes and panels. The math on this one is wild once it compounds. A single 1-hour talk can pay more than a week of client work because you're being paid for years of expertise compressed into 60 minutes, not for the hour itself. Stream 8 is affiliate income. And here's the thing. You've probably already done a version of this without realizing it. Ever referred a friend to a credit card and gotten bonus points? Same concept, just more structured. Companies give creators a unique link, and when someone signs up or buys through it, the creator earns a commission. I only do this with products I already use myself. If I wouldn't put my own money into it, I'm not putting my audience's trust behind it either. Digital courses. Stream 9 is online courses, and this is the one I'd call build once, sell forever. You don't need a formal certification to teach something. You need to genuinely know how to help someone solve a problem, whether that's personal finance, a craft, or a skill you picked up the hard way. My biggest piece of advice here: before you spend months building a course, try to pre-sell it first. Gauge real demand before you invest real time. Nothing is more discouraging than building something for months that nobody actually wanted. So that's all 9. From ad revenue that started as a side project, to a community that's currently costing me money, to the speaking income almost nobody asks about. Some of these took years to build. Some took a weekend. If you want the deeper breakdown on any one of these, especially the speaking income, since that's what you all keep asking about, let me know in the comments and I'll make a full video on it. And if this helped you see even one new way to build income outside your job, hit subscribe because I'm doing quarterly updates on exactly how each of these streams is performing, including the real numbers on the one that's still losing money. See you in the next one.